This video focuses on the home page. Home page you get to by clicking right here on Home. This is kind of the main dashboard of this program. Here you have listed your invoices or your estimates or your work requests, all of them. Now if you want to use a workflow, you can change the status, and all the work requests are here. All the estimates are here. All the work orders are here. All the invoices are here. And all the invoices that have been delivered are here. This just helps you keep track of the status of each vehicle. Your contacts tab is here as well, which we addressed in an earlier video. And your receivables. This keeps track of who owes you how much money and your total amount of money that you're owed. Let's go back here to the All tab. From this page, you can select an individual invoice. You can print a work request, an estimate, a work order, or an invoice from here. You can email the estimate to the customer. You can email the invoice to the customer. Let's click Jane Doe, and let's see if she has an email address in here or not. Yes, she does. So let's go back to Jane Doe, and let's click on Email Estimate. Now this automatically gets Jane Doe's email address, automatically gets the company's or location's email address, gets the location or company's name. Now you can type in a subject, or you can save subjects and look them up. That way you don't have to type the same, here's your estimate, over and over again. Same thing with the messages. You can type in a message, or you can save and select messages. Click Send, and off that goes. If you want to preview the estimate before you send it, click here. And this is a copy of the estimate, just to verify before you send it off. Click Send, and away it goes. I'm going to cancel out of that. Email invoice, same thing as emailing an estimate. Jump to the customer, just takes you over to the customer's information, which we addressed the customer page in an earlier video. Same thing, vehicle, jumps over to the vehicle information. We can jump to the invoice from here. Here's the invoice made up of the jobs. Let's jump back. We can update the status of this invoice from here. Let's say it's no longer a work request, but it's now an estimate. And we can process our invoices. Let's go ahead and change Jane Doe to delivered. Let's change Sarah Dakota to delete. Okay, so maybe we see we created an extra one. We want to get rid of that one. That way it won't process it to history. It'll just delete it when you process the invoices. It doesn't delete it right away. That gives you an option of going in and changing it or undeleting it before you run your processing. So when you're all done, usually at the end of the day, you click Process Invoices. Okay. And that will update your inventory. It will move the invoice into history, and it will delete it from your list. Change locations. This button will only be there if you have more than one location. You can click that. You can pick the other location you want to manage. Let's go with the third location here. Click OK. And we're now managing the third location that we have. Let's click change location, go back to our primary location, and that is it for these actions up here. Let's go over here to this drop down. From here we have several different options. We can go ahead and jump into the invoice. We can jump to the vehicle. We can jump to the customer. We can print the work request. We can print the estimate. We can print the work order. We can print the invoice. We can email the estimate. We can email the invoice. Most of this is just a duplication of all the actions you have here. The additional things on this drop down are you can change the status very quickly from here. Let's change this one to estimate. And you'll see it's now an estimate. Rather than having to update the status, select it, it's just a little bit of a shortcut. Just select update to invoice, and you'll see that it's now an invoice. And that concludes the video on the home page.